Nerds! All right, we have crossed the Sacramento River now to Elkhorn Regional Park, which is this peaceful little strip of green today. But this is close to where survivors tried to flee across the water during the massacre. Imagine this, you're running from gunfire, clutching your kids, and the only escape is this, right? It's cold, fast-moving river. Can you imagine? And that's why we're here. These banks saw desperate attempts to survive. Fremont's militia pushed hard along both banks of the Sacramento. When the Wintu and Potwin tried to escape into the marshes and across the river, the militia opened fire on the swimmers. Accounts say the water ran red. People drowned trying to get away. Others made it to this side of the river thinking they'd be safe, only to find more gunmen waiting. And if you're wondering, hey, where were the lawmen to stop this? Here's the kicker. The militia was the law, backed by local settlers and later the United States military. Native Californians weren't seen as citizens, so they had no legal rights. Killing them wasn't just tolerated, it was actually encouraged. So this was a part of a larger wave of state-sanctioned massacres that began in 1846 with this massacre and went all the way through the 1870s. California's first governor literally called for the extermination of Native people. Elkhorn Park sits on ground that would have been part of their homelands. And today, it's a picnic spot and a boat launch. That's the irony. We're standing where families once fought to live. And now, families toss frisbees here, having no idea of the blood in the dirt. The other piece of this story that's pretty sad is, as it was beginning, Fremont was the one who identified the Wintu and said, those are the ones we're gonna go after. It was mostly women and children and some elderly. And look, there's a boat. Like, it definitely doesn't feel like a massacre happened here. There was some male warriors, but they only had bows and arrows. They didn't even have rifles to shoot back. And at the range that the Americans started firing, they were all backed up against the river and the arrows couldn't reach them. So it's sad, guys, but this part of the story has